Oh, I guess I should have started on time. This is always happens when I go at like 11:13. If I start around 11:13, this always seems to happen. Oh, hey, there it is. This is probably going to be a fucking choppy ass show today, buddy. But we'll find out. Okay, I'm going to erase that because I don't need that open. Go ahead now. Facebook is live. GDP live. My name is Pat. I'm your host. The Gross Domesticated Podcast goes live every Monday, every Wednesday, and every Friday from 6 a.m. No, from 11 a.m. ish until 1 p.m. And we like to have a good time going live and multitasking. I'm just going to play some music real quick while I get this goddamn stream shared. So hold on one second. Let me just play a song. I played that one yesterday. I can't play that one. Oh, I closed that. So that's going to be closed. Hold on one second. There it is. Share it. I'm sharing this. I'm not trying to brag, but I'm a pretty good sharer. Heyo. I feel like I want to sing for this. Oh, I'm trying to just share this feed. I want you to pound up on the stream. If you can, please tell all of your friends. The Gross Domesticated Podcast is back again. Oh yeah, this is all made up. It's almost even harmonized. Harmonized. All right. There we go. All right. We shared it. I can turn this shit off. There we go. Hey. Hi, guys. Pat was just laying down some bars real quick while I was sharing all of this, but this is the Gross Domesticated Podcast. It's live. My computer is, I think, one of the. Like I said, the only employees that I have right now at Baby Mermaid Productions, it's just myself. Dominique is technically I hired her on Baby Mermaid Productions staff as officially as my boss. So she is she's my official manager, and basically it's just me and I kind of just employ these computers, and boy oh boy do they infuriate me on a daily basis. But that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter because we're live. Gross Domesticated Podcast page on Facebook, Baby Mermaid Productions on Instagram. You can always join in to the stream via Instagram, which is just ask to join. If you are watching the feed, you can ask to join, which means your audio will be picked up on the video here on Facebook and shared later on all the podcast streams as well as YouTube at Baby Mermaid Productions. But you can catch that. And while you're already at that YouTube page, just go ahead and check out Proper Bonics. Check out Falls Count Anywhere. Both of those podcasts are incredible. 6 a.m. podcast. Somebody just personally said, "Hey, Pat," they caught my attention. I went, "Huh? Yeah." I was at the gym, at the jujitsu gym. Somebody goes, "Hey, Pat," and I go, "What's that now?" And they said, "I'm really loving the 6 a.m. podcast. I'm catching up. I've been binging them, and I think you're hilarious, man." And I was like, "Wow, thanks." So I'm not saying that you just have to like go on all those things and praise what I do, but I mean, like literally, just go on there and just you be the judge. If you like it, like, share, subscribe, you know, review, rate, all that, all the things that every other podcast tells you to do. Please do that also. Also, wash your ass. Like there's ones that say wash your ass with a bidet. I don't. If you want to use a bidet, cool, but you can use wet wipes. Just don't flush them. That's weird. Don't ever flush them. Even if you think your toilet system can handle it, it probably can't. If it says flushable, they're probably lying. But we got people pounding off in Instagram already. Well, you've given the producer titles to about 43 people. Okay, well, also still waiting on my paycheck. Yeah, I thought I sent that in the mail. You pounded off pretty hard here. Hold on. John was pounding off earlier, and I missed it because I was the upside down Nike swoosh on the headband in protest of working conditions and oh yeah, yes, yep, yeah. It was a This is a protest. Also, the image is mirrored on Instagram, so it's even more twisted, bro. But yeah, we got some pounding off. Ian's in the chat. Karen's in the chat. John's in the chat. It looked like Lemaire was hanging out a little bit. Oh man, it's happy Cinco de Mayo to all of you, wonderful people. You're incredible for hanging out here. You're incredible for listening later on. You're incredible for just being you, guys. Really. I think it's interesting, and it's not just in the fact that I wanted to. It's not the reason I was late. I'm just late just because I was late. I don't know. Dom's here, but she's getting ready for work. She can't like be on the stream. She has to like work right, basically not long after she has to leave. So she's not gonna get here, get settled into a conversation, and then just have to fucking bug out, right? So, she. But I was hanging out with her a little bit. But I came up here, and the only other reason that I was late was because I had to spell check uh the Mayo of Cinco de Mayo multiple times because I want to be respectful and I want to put it out there, say, hey, happy Cinco de Mayo, guys. But that's Mayo, guys, right? There's not even like a thing on it, I don't think. So I Googled it because then I was like, you know what? Still don't even know what the fuck it's about. But I'm the person that much in the St. Patrick's Day, people bitch all the time about uh people celebrate in St. Patrick's Day and they get drunk and they do all this other shit and then and then they go like you don't even know what it's actually about. Okay. Yeah, de Mayo, right. But I know, that's what I'm saying. But the Mayo is Mayo. It's de Mayo. It's not like there's not even a thing. So I looked it up what it's celebrated, right? So what is Cinco de Mayo celebrated for? I don't even know if that's the right way to ask that. Is that right? But Cinco de Mayo, Spanish for 5th of May, duh. Also called anniversary of the Battle of Puebla. Holiday celebrated in parts of Mexico and the United States in honor of military victory in 1862 over the French forces of Napoleon III. Cinco de Mayo is celebrated on Wednesday. Yeah, well, yeah, I know that. It's today. It's the 5th of May. Totally de Mayo. Yeah. Oh, de Mayo. Yeah. It's totally de Mayo. Right? Yeah, like it's it like and then I'm trying to even see if like there's like a like there what's the fucking thing? The like a comma, but it's not in between the letters, it's over the letters. It's like on top. It's a comma hat. What's a comma hat? It's like one of those, the squiggly comma hat. Happy Suck It Napoleon Day. Honestly, yeah, I didn't know that it was the hold on. The Spanish forces defeating the French. That's pretty cool. Fuck the French. No. No, but I always like to do this too. So people also ask, I just put in Cinco de Mayo just to make sure it didn't say uh did you mean you know what I mean? Like it always says that. So, but when I put in Cinco de Mayo, it says Wednesday, May 5th. Yeah, I know. So, but people also asked, why is Cinco de Mayo not celebrated in Mexico? Yikes. Uh, Also called the anniversary. Oh yeah, we just read that because it's just going to reiterate the same thing. Hold on. The answer: no. Mexico's Independence Day is on September 16th. Mexico gained independence more than 50 years before the Battle of Puebla, which is where Cinco de Mayo originated. I don't know why I put that inflection. I apologize. What are 3 facts about Cinco de Mayo? All right. Oh, and look at this. And they go 5 facts. Guys, it's Cinco de Mayo. Okay. It's not Tres de Mayo. Uh, it's called an accent. Oh, yeah, like an accent. The comma hat. What is pasta mayo? What about pasta mayo? Lemaire fucking pounding off hard in the chat. I like it. You guys got to join in because that I erased that at the end. I don't keep that video. That's why I say if you join in with your video, if you join in, it's not saved on that. So if you want your audio only, or you want to just pound off in the chat, but there's some heavy hitters in there. Somebody better like that. Somebody emote to that. Tag Lemaire and say, laughy face. Do the one with the tears. Somebody pound off to Lemaire. Pass de Mayo is what white people say at picnics. Yeah, yeah, that's what we say. Well, actually, it's mostly. Can you? I just point that one, or I just reach over people a lot of times. I'm very rude. 5 facts about Cinco de Mayo that might surprise you. 1 of 5. Okay. Cinco de Mayo is not Mexican. We already knew that, guys. We read the facts above you. 2 of 5. So already not shocked. Not shocked at all. Cinco de Mayo celebrates a Mexican military victory. Yeah, we knew that. So far, both of these facts were already explained in the above description. So it's not good. It's not their placement on the list is not great. Karen, don't you do that. Don't black love mayo too. I think he meant blacks. I don't know, John. You got to be specific with that stuff. You know what I mean, Lemaire? You seem like you'd fuck a nice picnic. You'd fuck with a nice picnic. Jesus Christ, that's on me. That one was on me. That was a reading. That was a Pat reading thing. Yeah, Lemaire loves picnics. Picnics are wonderful. Honestly, I don't know if there is. Coming from Florida, I will say every single picnic area ever, there's never any like racial every single time it's like there's like a entire Spanish family, there's an entire black family. I'm telling you what, in Florida at least, uh picnics are multicultural. There's the most acceptance of all cultures at any picnic in Florida, surprisingly enough. And I know that's weird because it's usually at a public park. There's a place called Maximo Park that is right before the Skyway Bridge. You know, the newly fenced bridge because they solved suicide. Um, they there's a place where you can there's a disc golf course. Hell yeah. That's right at the on the water. There's like picnic tables and you had a really good view of the Skyway Bridge from that picnic area. And then actually when we went down to visit not too long ago, a couple years ago, we ended up having it was around my birthday, I think. Was it my birthday? I can't remember what the fuck we were doing there, but we were like all like kind of having a family little get together thing at Maximo Park. It's really cool. Um, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, the picnic area. So there's just all of them are always are always permanently covered. They're always like there's like a cement slab, a bunch of like bolted down picnic tables, and then like always a hard roof because it fucking the weather's crazy. So there's usually tons of spiders, all this other shit. But there's it's not it sounds like a nightmare, but I promise you just go there, sweep up, clean up a bit, whatever. It's actually like the place that Ron did that open mic, that park. It's like that kind of thing. They're all it's all over the place. They all have to be covered like that. And there's just like there again, like I said, there's like there's could be a white family, black family, Spanish family, and then eventually all of them just kind of meld together and they all just kind of start hanging out together. It's really cool. It's actually a cool like social experiment, like with enough, like charred meat and then like, hidden alcohol because you always have to like put it in like a koozie thing or make sure like because you're not supposed to drink, but don't be dicks. Picnic melting pot. I like that. Lemaire said I'd fuck a nice picnic too. Yeah, he honestly Lemaire would I think Lemaire would Oh, Lemaire, we thought of a wonderful sketch idea that I just want to I honestly I'll elevator pitch it right here and we can gauge the room. We can figure out if maybe this is something like the people want to see. Since we're live. It's I wrote down basically it's Lemaire gives a neuro massage. And I don't know if anybody's familiar with neuro massages, but neuro massages are where like they cover it's just like weird goopy oil. It's a weird porn lane. It's like a naked massage. But I essentially I thought of the setup to all of the neuro massage things are like the kind of where they make the porno actors do acting and like so they have to like set up why is the guy at the massage parlor to get the naked massage and then and then oh my wife said I could do it or like oh, you're my neighbor. Oh no, like shit like that. Like there's weird, like the same porn things, but I think it would be hilarious if a guy came in and we did the same setup. I'm not just going to explain the setup, but basically, Lemaire elevator pitch. Lemaire gives a neuro massage. I think that would be hilarious, right? We'll put it to the masses. If you want to see Lemaire give a neuro massage, pound off in the chat, either posthumously, if you're listening to this after the fact or watching this after the fact, just like the video, put pound off in the comments. If you don't want to see it, don't even bother saying it because we're doing it either way. Uh, John says Florida picnic sounds like a slang term for doing bath salts in a park. It does kind of sound like it's a Florida picnic, or also John in a kayak. And the kayak does not have to be in water. Just to clarify, if you do bath salts in a kayak, that is also known as a Florida picnic. It is not a sexual position. A neuro massage. Oh, so what is a neuro massage? Is it Nuru? Oh, Nuru massage. Is that how you say it? Nuru? Okay. Ian is clarifying, and I'm not surprised that he knows the correct. I've heard of this pronounced Nuru, allegedly. John, that's what John says. So everybody's somewhat familiar. Karen's intrigued. All right. So I got Karen wondering exactly what is it. So Karen's basically the lady part in the neuro massage thing, because there has been times where they're like, it's lady on lady. They're like, oh, I didn't know girls did this too. Oh, it's so funny because it's the most stilted acting ever. But I think it would be hilarious to have just having Lemaire get all goopy and slide all over somebody. Yeah, no, Karen, don't Google it. She has kids. Karen, turn safe search off and then Google it, and then you're gonna find out. It's a relatively, it's kind of, I don't know. It seems like you can't fake that one. You know what I mean? Like I think that's why I like the thing, a lane of porn that like really interests me is like people that are like want to be there. You know what I mean? Like I really don't like the thing. I don't like the cat casting couch. To me is such a strange thing because uh it's like, haha, we got this one. We fucking fooled her into fucking me on camera. Like I don't, I mean, sure, I know that even that's kind of a little scripted, but I don't even like pretending that. If we're pretending, we're putting any kind of story behind this. Nuru massage films pieces are like you can't like begrudgingly do that. I don't think it like they have to like there's a part like they have to have like some. I feel like they're, because it's a commitment for sure. Like it's fucking gross. Like it's I don't know. Hold on. So Deviant Strong is here admitting he's to having one. Wow, Ian's had one. Holy shit. So Ian Strong pounding off hard. This is interesting. That's the next episode. I mean, you should just. But Karen says is this Google search going to give me a no, it won't give you a virus. I don't think so. I don't think Pornhub gives viruses. Do you have a Windows or never mind? I'm not your tech. I'm not your geek squad here, Karen. You do it on your phone. Just double, go to your browser, go there, just type in just image search. Honestly, I think if you image search, you'll be fine. But don't do it around your kids. Uh John says, make sure none of your yeah, exactly. Kids are around when you look it up, Karen. Make them DMs. Wait, dim the lights. Yeah, yeah. It's an interesting thing. Like again, like I said, it's not even the other ones. Like there's like oh I tricked the masseuse into fucking jerking me off and stuff like that. I don't know. You hear like legal cases about that. You're not hearing any legal cases about a Nuru massage. It's strictly in the absurd world of porn. I did not realize that it was in the absurd world of porn, but it actually exists in real life. Is this a so was this a real thing? I you know what? None of us are all of us are sitting here going like, "Oh, I don't know. What maybe I'll Google it." Ian's new room massage turned into a guru massage very quickly. That's gross. John, did you give it to him? That's kind of weird. I got the browser up, by the way, so that's why I keep looking. I'm gesturing down here because I'm pointing to the words that John said, but they're also there, so I should point here too. And again, if you want to see me pointing, you can join the show, Instagram Live, Baby Mermaid Productions. It's right there. Karen says, actually, total. Wait, hold on. So I found the Wikipedia page for it. Also, totally legal in rural Nevada. I thought it was. Oh, it's not. Oh, yeah. I guess it is. Wait, are they? So hold on a second, Karen, if you don't mind. I guess I can Google it as well. Hey, did John? Hey, did John? But wait, it did. Wait, it did, John, but not quickly. Okay, whatever, Ian. What a dork. Way to look up porn terms. I love Karen. Wiki search boobs and butts. Yeah, right. Like I found a Wikipedia page. Hold on, I've done my research. All right, so Nuru. See, I want to spell it the way it's. Hold on, Nuru massage. Is it always to completion? Because I thought, or is it just the fact that? So Nuru is it's Japanese for lit. Wait, it's literature. Sorry. Japanese slippery? That's pretty funny. Nuru means slippery. That's awesome. Is a Japanese erotic massage technique from Kawasaki, Japan. Oh my god, jet skis and fucking J and O? J and O? They actually, it's not even a J O necessarily. But the technique requires requires one or more Nuru masseuses to rub their body against a client's body when both parties are nude and covered in odorless and colorless massage lotion. Uh, During the massage, patients will try to get the widest possible physical contact. What does that mean? Widest contact? What is that? Triggering strong tactical sensations designed to relieve stress. So, this Cinco de Mayo, make sure you celebrate by getting a Nuru massage. I believe it's named for the gel they used for it. Ian knows a lot about it. But is it okay? So, is it always to often Nuru massage finishes with sexual act? Okay, there we go. Along with forms of sex work, Nuru massages are legal, and that's what she was talking about. The Netherlands, Austria. She left out Austria and also some other countries. So does not say Japan, by the way. So if this is a Japanese art, how the fuck did they invented it and then make it illegal? That's crazy. Interesting. So obviously, most of the ones that I've probably seen are in rural Nevada. uh, so all right, we just got some more pounding here. Karen says, "I just said that Ian pay attention." Okay. Damn. Catch Nuru on Ski-Doo bucket list. Just got updated. Right? Like that's fucking crazy. Sorry, Karen. I'm working. Pats in my pocket. Aw. And Karen says Nuru massage, kinky massage using special gel. Yeah. So basically, no. Well, Nuru meaning slippery. That's pretty cool. I didn't know that. See what Cinco de Mayo, where Cinco de Mayo brings us? It brings us to Nuru Massajo. Okay. Okay. I don't know why I always do Trump right there. All right. So wide stance. I don't understand what that means. Like what, like or what was like the widest space possible? They're covering all parts of your body. And honestly, Ian, I know you're working, but even if you could join, I really honestly I don't want to hear you explain it. Cuz I know that you're just going to be explaining yours and I don't that's gross. It's gross for me to picture. It is. And I'm not even saying that because you're gross. I'm just saying cuz I don't want to picture my buddy getting fucking ending with the sexual act. And I hope it happened in rural Nevada because otherwise it's forbidden. The main component of the gel. Oh yeah, so triggering Strong tactile sensations designed to relieve stress. So it's basically like the more surface area you cover of a massage all at once, not even necessarily because regular massage covers basically head to toe, right? Like it's the gross domesticated podcast, Pat. Now I have to join in. Nope, still don't. Which is obtained by the leaves of brown seaweed plant. Yikes. What's going on here? References. It's pretty funny. Uh, yeah, it's interesting. I'm very interested. That's one of those things that like it's still the same. It's all the same parts. You know what I mean? Like it's the same. You're still covering all the same surface area, but just you're doing it all at once. So that's pretty cool. Yep, Cinco de Mayo. And usually, like I think it's funny because I was again, like I said, switching. Cinco de Mayo is another holiday that it was never not celebrated because of like oh fuck that or whatever. It just was. It's a. It always seemed to me like a, at least in this country, just straight up a drinking holiday. And usually was like oh Corona's Cinco de Mayo kind of thing. You have Spanish beer now, Corona, huh? You know what I mean? Ian, you aren't my buddy, so you can message me the details of your massage later. Whoa, all right, Karen, there we go. Lemaire would cover a pretty big surface area. You may have to you may have found his true calling. Okay, there you go. See, I found Lemaire's true calling. By coverage, that mean the amount of protein or potential contact. Whereas regular massage, you can cover the amount of skin with two hands can touch at the same time. DM me, Karen. Ha ha ha. LOL. But it was always a drinking holiday, and I never, even though it's weird because I kind of got tired of drinking by the time I was 20. Like I was old enough to drink. Like after a while, I mean, I still enjoyed. It was always quantity over quality. So after a while, I was like, well, I want to try having like I started to try to have like different beers or other beers and shit like that. But after a while, I was just like, I just don't have a passion for it. And I don't mean that as like some people are alcoholics. I'm not trying. Some people, maybe you're not an alcoholic. I just have a passion for drinking. It's just another hobby. It's another pastime. So if you have something like that, if you have a if you had the sensation of oh I have a passion for drinking, so Cinco de Mayo or St. Patrick's Day or any of the other like even the barbecue holidays. I think 4th of July, Memorial Day. Not that that's all that those are. Obviously, there are other holidays, but there's other things attached to it. But usually, it's family and friends hanging out, drinking beers together, and then it's on this day. Ian drunk at 2 a.m. Hey, you up, Karen? I'm ready to give you the details now. Actually, Ian, I don't think drinks. But there's like a disconnect there with me in Cinco de Mayo. So I don't have that. But I thought this was funny. I actually it's funny that this was shared today. Or at least I saw this today because it's again the holiday that I don't necessarily celebrate, but now that I'm aware of, look at this. I saw this today. It was how many beers can you afford from 1 hour's work? And this is from the entire hold on, the number of beers rounded up you can afford after 1 hour's work in the lower 48 states, which I also don't understand that phrasing because isn't Hawaii technically below? So it'd be like never mind. But I don't think Hawaii's on the list here. Based on the minimum wages in 2020. And its price of a single beer derived from the cost of a 24 pack of Bud Light or Miller Light. So they really fucking did their research here. Sober Ian at 2 a.m. Hey, you up? Karen, I'm ready to give you my details now. So, all right, hold on. Karen says, John, don't worry about my business. Well, all right. Take it easy, Karen. But so if you guys want to know a state particularly, I guess we can start with Pennsylvania. I guess here maybe we'll translate it even to Yinglings, maybe lagers. But in Pennsylvania, you can get 8 beers with just 1 hour's work at minimum wage. 8 beers. So you can get a 6 pack and 2 singles. Studying makes me horny, and I have I have finals for another. Or wait, what? For another week. You have finals for a week? Like you have a week of finals? And also studying makes you horny? Ugh, that's weird. So Pennsylvania, you can get 8 beers. So if anybody wants to work 1 hour of minimum wage, you and Karen can split 8 beers, and you can see what happens. In Maryland, you can get 13 fucking beers with 1 hour's minimum wage. So if you just drive basically an hour from where we are, roughly an hour and a half or so, I can get fucking, hold on, 5 more beers. 2 weeks. Jesus. Delaware 12. New Jersey, John. Hey, John. 1 hour's minimum wage. So let's just picture this. John, noted alcoholic, allegedly. Keep my name out of his mouth. I know. Keep his name out of my mouth. That's what it was. But John, let's say your life crumbles. I do not want this to happen. Knock wood. There's real wood somewhere. Right here. Huh? If you lose your job, family, house, all the stuff, you're out of there. You get 1 hour's minimum wage. You just get a job at Wendy's, something like that. Anything. Chipotle. Trader's Joe. 1 hour's minimum wage. You can get 14 fucking beers, dude. And that should get you pretty buzzed. 14 beers, that might get you pretty buzzed. Really trying to work on pro bono. That's good because she's doing the law. You get it? Studying is boring, and my mind wanders. Oh, I gotcha. Kind of like one of those romance novels, but like Karen's like just reading a book. New Jersey, buddy, you did it. Connecticut, 1 hour's minimum wage. You can get 17 beers. Holy shit, guys, we're working in the wrong state. Oh, how about this? So if we go to Nevada, right, where it's legal to get your neuro massage, God damn it, neuro is like head, right? Am I saying neuro massage? Did I just bring it up? Just bring up the you're getting head, get it? Neuro. Nevada. Nine beers. Nine. What was that? 9 beers. Oh boy. Don't fucking sign me out, you asshole. There we go. All right. So, sorry, technical difficulties. But no, Nevada, go get a neuro massage, Nuru. That's probably going to cost you a couple beers, I'm assuming. And then go get 9 beers. California, for minimum wage, you can get 17 Bud Lights or Miller Lights. That's fucking crazy. I don't know what the highest one is. Florida, let's go back. Oh, Florida, you can get 11. That's nice. A nice fucking. So in Florida, South Carolina, and North Carolina, you can get 11 beers. Isn't that awesome? You can't even get a full 12-pack. Florida, the one state I feel like on this list that you could actually pay your employees in 12-packs. I think I've even been paid. We used to run a music open mic where we were paid in beer and pizza. Like that's a monetary, that's like Bitcoin in Florida. But you can't even pay them one full 12-pack for an hour's work. That's shitty. I'm 7 years sober. Where is my beer? What? Ian says, I'm 7 years sober now. Guess where all my beer money went? Food. To paying DDP. I don't think you had to pay for the interview. Ohio, you can get 11 beers. They don't even pay you a full 12-pack. West Virginia. By God, West Virginia. pay you 12 pack of beer for 1 hour's work. That's honest pay. Illinois 16. Wow, Jesus. So it looks like 16, 18 in Arizona. Holy shit. Holy shit. That's like a case of beer, right? Is that 24 pack? 18. Yeah. So yeah, either New York or Arizona are tied. It looks like for the most beers paid per minimum wage, like or whatever it is. What is it? You can get and it's based out. It's cut out of a 24 pack. So it's like basically if you're buying beers from somewhere. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I like that. I think it's pretty interesting that like the the fact that like to put it in that gauge because I feel like I do that a lot of times with our bills or there's or not bills but like things like if people are like oh it's not much it's like $30 or something like that like I don't know I always gauge it in something I used to actually gauge it in when I smoke cigarettes and stuff like that I would always say like oh that's like a carton of cigarettes or that's like whatever that's this many days of cigarettes or whatever it may be I always kind of broke it down like that or gas a lot of times. So I still do that. I still do if somebody goes like, "Oh, it's like I don't know, it's like $30." I'm like, "Oh, it's like a tank of gas or depending on your car, half a tank." It matters. There's things where if you can minimize, I always do that. Minimize things that are like you can say, well, it's minimum wage. It's fine. It's the lowest living wage. Like but think about just think about everything you've ever heard from Florida and then obviously most of it's probably true not all of it but a lot of it could yeah it probably and I've definitely known a couple friends of mine that probably even received beer as like a tip or at the end of the night like they're like hey there it's we'll pay you in beer if you just come and work security or do something like that and that's not but like that's so weird that if you do that math with 1 hour's minimum wage in Florida, you can't even afford a full 12 pack. You can only afford 11 beers. That's fucking weird. And Bud Light or Miller Light, but that's most of them. So the roundabout, the way that Florida man has learned to survive, and you'll notice this if you go to their natural habitat. You pick up on the Natty Ice and Natty Light. That's where the key is. That's affordable fucking beer. That's like for them, it's because they said Bud Light or Miller Light. They're not drinking that hoity-toity shit. They're going for the off-brand, the Milwaukee's Beast. Shout out to Jeff Beck, my jujitsu professor, who also drinks that. He is not from Florida. Some people just have their palates are different. So natural. That's what we did. Again, like I said, quantity over quality starting out. So it was a lot of we can get all of this Miller High Life. They didn't mention Miller High Life in this little poll here, but how many Miller High Life can you get in Florida? So I like the distinction, but I also like the breakdown of knowing like oh shit I what if I work 1 hour at this fucking Burger King or whatever it is I don't even know whatever would start you at minimum wage and I can't even like when I get off of work or when I get my paycheck from or whatever it may be, like just that thing. Also, there was another thing. Speaking of Florida companies, Publix was one of the. I think that was Dom's first job or like one of her first jobs, and she would always go to, or they would offer if you worked on Sunday because it was a Christian owned company or whatever, and they would always be closed on Sundays. When they started being open on Sunday, they would pay to incentivize their employees or whatever, they would offer them uh, an extra hour of pay on Sundays. And then she was like, yeah, that's great. And then her mom brought up the fact, like, she's like, yeah, that's like $8. Like, that's like whatever, like $7 or whatever her wage was at the time. And I was like, yeah, that's like $6 more for one day. you give them a whole day and they give you an extra $6. So uh Ian says, "What beer are they using for the measurement?" Yeah, it's Bud Light or Miller Lite. And out of a 24 pack of, it's like something like, there was some breakdown of that. Hold on, I'll read it again. But Ian says, in college I drank shit that was $8 a case. Yeah. Like Steel Reserve, I think, is another one that's like super affordable. Used to drink Lion's Head in college. 24 pack was $12 and had the picture of Riddles under the cap, where they wait cap they were the best. What? Had the picture Riddles? Oh, picture Riddles. Okay, I gotcha. Isn't that the same as marketing approach as popsicle use? Yeah, basically. The original slogan was Lion's Head, the best head in town. If that ain't perfect college marketing, I don't know what is. Yeah, absolutely. That's like having a street named Penis Drive. You're never, ever, ever going to keep that sign up. That's crazy. So yeah, it was. Hold on, I'll double check that, Ian. It was the number of beers rounded up. You can afford 1 hour's worth of time. Price of a single beer derived from the cost of a 24 pack of Bud Light or Miller Lite. So it's not even like we said. There's ways around it. Florida man found his way through natural light, natural ice, all of the naturals. By the way, the least natural thing you could ever buy. If you can buy it at it's it's so funny that when we moved up here and they had the thing where like you can't buy beer here or here or here, and then like as we've lived since we've moved up here, they have the thing where like you go buy it in grocery stores now. We're like, that's they had to put chains up because they used to like they would sell until 12 o'clock or 2 a.m. I think bars could stay open until 2 a.m. and they could sell alcohol and stores until 12. So after at 12, they would have to like go put like chains around the fucking doors because the convenience store's still open, the beer's all still there, but people would just be like, "No, come on." That was always the argument. Come on, man, I just got off work. It's just now. Like that was always the thing when we were planning to go out or planning having a big party night. It would be you have to buy extra beer first. So, but planning ahead at that age and with that big of a group and not really anticipating or even buying a bunch of beer ahead of time and not drinking it, and like, come on, that's not gonna happen. There's like, oh, we'll just have one now. We'll just pregame a little bit. So you end up pre-gaming a ton, going out, getting even more fucked up, and then coming back and not having any beer. So it always happened. Karen says Lion's Head Brewery is in Wilkes-Barre, I think she's saying. Wilkes-Barre, not far from my parents' house. That's how she wrote it, but I think that's also like how I would hear it too. Not far from my parents' house. Great spot, Karen. Wilkes-Barre. Yeah, I think that I think there's a there's something about like just a good beer, but all of the ones that I think I just named, I don't love. I don't really love. People just have their taste for it, but also when it's a matter of I just want to get fucked up. I think a lot of times it's natural light, natural ice. Again, all the unnatural naturals. But yeah, I thought that was pretty funny that came up because I'm like, yeah, it's not really. This is not a holiday, or at least you know going out and getting fucked up part of it. Like now that I know what it is, that's pretty cool. At least now I know, and also knowing that mayo could also be pronounced mayo. I like it. Makes it really brought an upside to my Wednesday. It's such a weird thing, and I don't know if this is anything that like if this is something anybody else goes through, but I I seem to have tough fucking Wednesdays. Wednesdays for me, like for a lot of people, I think it's Mondays, like Mondays or like Friday going into the week. Like they have their busiest day of the week, but I don't know. I understand why Monday gets the rap it does. It's perpetuated by Big Garfield, is out there, hating on Mondays. I don't mind Mondays. I like a nice reset. I don't mind a nice Sunday evening into Monday. Now, this is coming from somebody who is living the artist lifestyle. So Mondays don't mean a lot to me, but Mondays are more exciting in the sense that I have you have more stuff to kind of look forward to. Oh, look at that, Ian. Oh, you sweetie pie. Pat, you make my shitty Wednesdays better. I try. And that's something about, because I noticed it first when I was going to jujitsu. I don't know if this is something that has been going on my whole life or something that I'm just like kind of transferring into, but it's something that like Wednesdays are always the hardest to get. Like I was late to class today. Perfect example. I feel like I left. I did not leave on time, obviously, because I would have been on time. But I felt like I left at the normal time I usually do. I'm not judge. I did not double check, but I could have been a little bit later. But there's a thing where, and I'm leaving my house at like, I try to leave at the latest by like 5:40, because then I can get there with plenty of time to. I usually tape the classes and have them edited for the gym members online and stuff like that on a private playlist, so they can watch some of the classes and stuff. Um, so so I usually try to set up the camera, stretch out a little bit, and then I'm ready for class. Today I came in and I was like, they were starting on time. I was late, but it's so interesting that like there's some days I'm leaving when like there's barely anybody else out on the fucking roads, and I'm still and when you hit every fucking light and there's nobody else, that's the most frustrating drive. So starting out, like if I had not gone to jujitsu, I wouldn't have experienced the lights, but I still would have been having that same Wednesday. It just wouldn't have revealed itself right away, because that's the thing. When when I know I'm having a shitty day, when I start dropping things and I'm starting to talk, I do the thing where if I'm getting irrationally mad at an inanimate object, I say out loud what that object is and what I expect of it, or what I should expect of it. Like that's and then I hear how ridiculous it is that I'm getting angry at a pen, because I say you're a pen, and then I go, oh, there we go. Look at this special guest drop in. Hey,
Hello, hello.
that's her. That's Dominique, my wife. Do you see her?
Love you.
I see that. I don't give her no lip.
Yeah, go on. Thank you.
All right, you good?
Bye.
I don't want you to mess up my makeup. We got some pounding here. Pat, you make my shitty day. Oh, Karen says this has been a very educational episode, a bright spot to the week. Oh, thank you very much, Karen. I appreciate that. Neuro massages for all. John says, "Hey, guess what, Pat? You even make my good Wednesdays even gooder." What, John? Come on, you guys, please. You're all wonderful. What's going on? Coming back? No, I thought she was coming back. Damn it, now I'm horny. See ya. Oh no, god damn it, Ian. Oh, she off to the Nuru appointment. Yeah, no, she's just getting a regular massage. She said it's so cool. There's a one that I watched. It's so fucking weird that like it's a guy and his wife go to his boss's house, and he's like, "Oh, I really hope I get this promotion. I hope I get this promotion." And then and then, and then he goes, "Oh, well, I've got this big promotion and I'd love to give it to you, but or I'd love to talk to you about it." It's not even like guaranteeing him it's something like that. I can't remember what it is. And like he's like, "So I heard your wife does the works at the massage parlor or whatever, something like that." He brings up the massage thing. He's like, I heard she does that. Maybe she, and he's like, "Yeah, you'd be willing to do that, right, honey?" Right? And he's like, come on, you can do it. Come on. And he's like, "Don't you want to go on vacation? We wanted to go on that big vacation. If I get this promotion, then we could afford it." And she's like, "Okay." And it's so funny that like that's that's their like acceptable, like they're like, we got to make this new root massage believable, so we got to place it, we got to plan it in reality somehow, and we're going to do it by saying like, what do people really like? Promotions at their job. And let's say the lady's working, hey, and at no point like I don't know I don't know where like the thing is, like I don't know where the confusion is, or not even confusion. I guess he's just like, yeah, oh, if you just want to fuck my wife, like if that's all you want to do, like just so I can have a promotion. Like it's so weird that dynamic was like the acceptable way to bring that scenario up. I love it. Pat, we should just start writing massage porn scripts, dude. John, book that, dude. I am fucking on board for doing that, John. Let's do it. Book it, buddy. I think we could Mad Lib a porn script, and I would totally work. Yeah, I think it would totally work too. Wife George, best part of the show. Okay, well, Karen, you took that really nice thing you said earlier, right back with that. She is the best part. She's the best part of my day. But it's just fucking something about Wednesdays, man. I don't fucking get it. It's always like I said, I noticed it when I was like, I'd roll on Wednesday mornings, and at the end of the day, I'd always bring up to that whatever the last person I rolled with, like, this is the fucking hardest day. I don't fucking get it. It's you would think it would be Friday from a long day, right? You'd be super tired at the end of the week or something. No. Wednesday, it's something about like I don't know. I don't know if it's just always like in the scale of from Monday to Wednesday being beginning to end, or Sunday, whatever. Like just going like, just right in the fucking middle. I don't think of it as like week's almost over. I think I get excited about Thursdays. For as much as I hate Wednesdays, I fucking love Thursdays. I feel like Thursdays, like that's the start of the weekend. Thursday night is kind of, again, the guy living the artist lifestyle. uh it's like, yeah, Thursday's Friday now, and Mondays are cool. Mondays are like a weekend. Ian says, I think the ones where a couple gets the massage and the masseuse starts blowing the husband while the wife is asleep. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's funny too. Those the milking tables. The I think those are, I you like I only say I think, not to try to say like, oh, I've heard. No, no, no. I'm not sure. Karen, you could look up the wiki if you want, but I think those are called milking tables. Ian, have you had a milking table experience? Please pound off in the chat. Wednesdays aren't that bad for me on the weeks that I do 10-hour day. Yeah, well, 10-hour days. I always thought about that with when I worked overtime, because I worked at that medical supply company for 7 years, where we were 24/7 on call, basically every other week. It was like me and another guy. So there'd be and even the weeks that I wasn't on call, I feel like I always worked extra time, always overtime. And and they would so eventually I got so numb to working like 12 and 13-hour days that when I got like a 10-hour day, I was like, man, this is fucking nice, dude. I'm getting off at 7. I started at 7, like, or whatever it is. Like, I know that's a 12-hour day, but we would take breaks and whatever. I would take, by the way, also a lot of the times, and I don't know, maybe I don't know if the statute of limitations is up on this or not, but I would oftentimes take a couple extra breaks if I was working very late. Like if I'm very far away, I got no bosses around, and I had stuff that I had planned to do anyway after work. Usually, I would just kind of do it during my day, and they usually were cool with it. Also, a lot of times they didn't know. John says Lil Dicky tied in milking tables on season 1. Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, fuck yeah. I completely forgot about that. So it is public knowledge now. Anybody that has seen Dave, right? Hi, I'm Dave. Fuck it. That is coming back too. I just heard, I don't know why I said it like that. That is coming back. Uh Dave is coming back in June. I just saw Andrew Santino on Tom Segura's other podcast, not Two Bears, the other one, Tom Talks. where it's like his interview show. But it was really good. That was funny, and he talked about I think it's in mid June. They were filming during COVID, and they got like shut down a ton of time. It took them forever apparently to shoot, but Lil Dave is coming back. Hell yeah! What John said is hilarious. Yeah, I thought that's funny. So yeah, milking tables are it's a funny thing where or I I I I I don't understand it. I kind of had it's kind of a premise ish that I've tried a couple times, but I can't really like I've flushed it out, but I have the feelings, but I haven't really narrowed down the points to it yet. But like of like the only truly ethical sex toy is a vibrator, and it's because it's the only one that doesn't simulate something terrible. And I feel the same way about like porn scenarios. It's the same way that like where like they're like oh this category of porn is called sleep fucking or sleep creep in that one. I don't know if I don't know if I just thought of that or if that's what it's actually called. Again, not trying to save face here. I just can't remember the actual proper company. Maybe John knows. Allegedly. But there's like ones where they're like it's I mean, and there's tons of ones like it's a stepbrother shit like that. Like I don't know, man. Like I'm not into the taboo part of it. I don't know. I hate doing I keep doing that. I'm sorry. I keep doing the air quotes. For people that are just listening, you should hate me as well. I keep air quoting a ton of times. But I don't necessarily like it's not oftentimes if I'm there for a genre, it's basically like what are they like doing? What's the act? But again, if the act even if it's I know all parties are willing and all this other stuff, and they're like, she's gonna act like she's asleep, and then I'm gonna put my dick in her mouth, and she's just gonna pretend to be asleep the whole time during a whole regular porn scene. I don't and like I even if it's like, oh, he's like, oh, I'm fucking her when she's asleep, like, oh, all right. I'm not even into that. Like I don't understand that. I wouldn't you wanna I like the noises. I like the moving and the squishing and the pulling and the pushing. Am I freestyling again? But I think there's a even so I guess the even the milking table thing is like kind of that's weird. Like if she's gonna fall asleep. There was one weird one. It's as far as the scenarios, I feel like oftentimes why even bother? There was one that a lady was giving a guy a private like it was something like the girlfriend was like fine she's like a really controlling girlfriend but she had to if the guy was going to get a private dance in the back room she had to go back there with him and I know what you're thinking I know where you think it's about to go and guess what it's not she just wanted to make sure she was in the room so she can keep an eye on him but you can get your private dance but the private dance you see is happening kind of like facing away from her, but just a little bit, and she's secretly fucking him. The other girlfriend, never even joins in. Even I think halfway through the scene, she just like, notices. She goes like, hey, what's going? Like, because a couple times she goes, hey, what's going on over there? And she's like, I'm not giving him head. I was just fixing my shoe. And she's like, oh, okay. And she sits back down, like over there, across. Like she's still in the shot, but then, hey, Manny, I'm just describing porn for the deaf. But there's she's just sitting right over there, and then like she starts, then they go back at the lap dance, and then she's like, hey, I'm gonna let's fuck now. And she like puts his wiener in, but she's still simulating the I almost did it again. She's simulating the lap dance, but she's doing that. There's no point for, and then she goes like, "Oh my god, what the fuck are you doing? How dare you?" And then she leaves. What was even the point of that? And then also, who's into that? It's a weird. It like if the acting isn't there, what are you doing? Hey Manny, happy happy Cinco de Mayo. I'm at Fiesta, Mexico. I love Hispanics. That's what Manny says. Oops, A is a 4. Duh. What? What is this? The 4 is an A. The 4 is an A. Oh, Manny. Yeah, I gotcha. The A is a 4. Yeah, that's very confusing. Sorry. But yeah, I think it's really interesting that like I think it's really interesting that they're like we have to base this in reality somehow, but the way we're going to do it is with a scenario that would never fucking happen. I don't know. I've never been in a super controlling relationship, but I don't know if that particular scenario and I would love that. I like the penthouse stories or like the stories behind porn because I feel like if anything with the quality of porn the fact that the quality of porn independent porn that can be made right now by people just like in their fucking attic maybe I'll make some porn but don't worry but they're everybody's having a good Wednesday now. I don't want to ruin it but I think there's a way that you can actually add soup like good act. I think companies who is it? Joanna Angel, Burning Angel, I think is her company or whatever. They kind of would do like different, but they would do different scenarios or different things, kind of rooted in reality, but still not like the writing as far as any of the scripted shit was fucking dog shit usually or overacted and stuff. If you can make compelling good porn, why not? Like I feel like there's a lane for that, whether it be paid or not. But there's ways that you can do it that are believable, that don't have to be crazy overacted or whatever. If Pat's gonna start at doing porn, I volunteer to be director of photography. You just want to see my dick, that's all. And casting director, Ian. I don't know. I don't know about that. If you're a casting director, what if you're mad at me? Then what happens? But no, don't worry. Casting director, casting's gonna be easy as far as porno because I really have only the one partner that's gonna be, and as far as acting though, I would like to be a porn actor, but like an actor. I want to fucking out act. I want to out award. I want to get more awards than that goddamn hack Meryl Streep, and I want to do it in pornography, and I want to do it with never showing my dick. I want to be like the best actor in pornography ever. That's my vow. That's my next challenge. Who can win more porno trophies without showing their bits? Uh-oh. we got a request. I think that's a lane. I think there's a lane for it for well acted pornography. Why not? Or believable pornography. Hey, Kirk, how's it going, buddy?
Chilling, man, chilling.
Are you
Uh,
are you interested in producing a pornography movie with me as an actor, but not as a performer?
um, no,
Okay.
I think you'd be good behind the scenes. I'm answering this from a technical standpoint. I've seen your background. Clearly, you'd be good at that.
Yeah.
Also, are we like on live right now? Is this like a real? Or are you just seeing me?
Yeah, yeah. I'm
The
well.
world is
I
seeing me right now.
I see you, and the people on Instagram can see you, but not really anybody else on Facebook or anything like that.
Oh my goodness! Wow.
How you doing,
No,
Kirk?
man, that's chilling, man. I just wanted to tap in, taking a little break from work. Wanted to see what's going on in your world and all that stuff. Saw you were talking about pornography.
Oh,
All
yeah.
right,
You're
that'd be a good time for me to chime in.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I just think that I feel like that was there's just not enough there's not enough
Uh,
well acted pornography. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah. Shout out to Marcus.
Hey, how's it
What up,
going, Marcus?
Marcus?
Hey, Marcus.
You're in the chat right now. He's a mutual friend of Alan and I, and like we didn't realize until we ended up working together. What go
Oh,
on? I've well acted porn, man. That's why whenever I venture into the pornography world, I go into the amateur side
mm-hmm.
because whenever you get the actors, it's like they're acting. It's very much like it's over the top. Whereas the amateur side, you're gonna get like a mother of five
Yeah.
with like her husband who may or may not have the insulin pen in there because he has diabetes, and it's all nonverbal. I
Did you?
feel like that's how you should keep it that way. Keep it nonverbal.
You're
Because once they start saying words, not
mm,
feeling it.
no, because that's the thing is like it is because then they start overacting or they act in the even in the act. You know what I'm saying? But I think you're a fan of the MILF. Did you hear about the MILF lady that was expelled or her kids were expelled from private school because she had an OnlyFans?
Oh no, I didn't hear about that. But I guess it's a private school; they're allowed to do that.
Isn't that crazy?
Um, yeah, that's the thing with private schools; they could come up with some weird rules like that of like this doesn't represent our school. Um, but that must be a trip for the kids.
Yeah.
That's like, you know,
That's gonna be they're gonna have the hardest life now.
it's not. Oh yeah, shots of Pam, my stepmom.
Hell
What
yeah,
up?
Pam.
What up, Pam? You're in the. Damn, can people see like on my feed? I'm on live right now. I thought it
Yeah.
was just on yours.
Yeah, yeah.
Look on, Pam. Yeah.
Heads up, buddy.
She's not gonna like this topic. No. Well, yeah, no, it's yeah, that's gonna be my opinion on that one.
Yeah, yeah. I gotcha. Well, we could talk UFC.
Yeah, man.
Did you
No,
hear that?
I'm actually watching a UFC fighter. I was UFC fighters hitting on women, and
Oh man.
it's the first clip is literally Chael Sonnen being like, it's talking to the reporter, and in the middle of her sentence, he's like, "Can I touch your hair?" I was like,
Oh boy.
is that how? Yo, women watching this right now, is that a good flirting technique? Being like, "Yo, can I touch you?" We need to know, Pat. If you get a poll going right now,
Yeah,
we need to know if that works.
let me set up a poll
I
real
want to
quick.
say it doesn't, but you know, who knows?
Honestly, we'll never know until a lot of times people say it's best to ask forgiveness instead of permission, and I go, never, never sexually. It's never that okay. It's never
Yeah,
okay
that
that
doesn't
way.
really apply when touching people's hair, sort of thing.
Yeah. Did
Looks
you?
like Casey says, "Hell no, ha ha ha." She says, "Ha ha ha." So I'm like, damn, is that a maybe?
Nope.
So, Casey, be more definitive with your no, because I can't tell.
Maybe that might be she's laughing at you, not with you. Did you ever hear the thing from Vin Diesel and the Brazilian reporter?
There's a story with Vin Diesel and a reporter.
There is
Fill me in.
there is a clip of him. Let me just pull it up real quick. It's in my history because it was recent.
Okay.
That I found out about it. But it was while he was on. Actually, Manny told me about it. Shout out to Manny from Falls Count Anywhere. He was somebody who told me about the fact that it was him doing press for Fast, one of the Fasts.
Fast 26.
And he's talking to this Brazilian reporter, and like during the interview, she's trying to ask him like, so what was it like working on the movie? Blah 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 blah, all that other stuff. And he goes like, he just keeps like derailing the conversation by going like, man, you're so beautiful, oh my god, oh I can't even. And it's like, and to put it in maybe correct terms, very problematic, Kirk.
Oh yeah, some people, that's something that I think a lot of people, it takes them a while to realize that it's just because you're peppering someone with compliments doesn't mean that those compliments are necessarily wanted.
Yeah.
Someone, just because you're saying good things about someone, just like, oh, you look good, it could be bothersome. I don't know, sure, problematic or whatever, but like I can imagine that being annoying.
But very annoying, yeah, and unprofessional, really.
You're trying to do a job and all that stuff. Someone's just telling you how fly you are.
Maybe.
Although, I've had run-ins with that. I'm trying to do comedy on stage. You got like a group of like older women, like they're in their 50s or whatever. They're like, "Ooh, Kirk, I really like what you're doing." You could tell where their eyes are and all that. Yeah. And I gotta say, there's times where it's flattering, but there's a time and a place. And it sounds like Vin Diesel didn't really have that on.
Yeah, I think I don't know where the fuck, I thought it was recent, but apparently it wasn't as recent as I thought. But he
from an interview in 2002.
Oh no, it was from a while ago. But hold on, it was Vin Diesel crying for Paul Walker. Why would you want to watch that? Why would that be even on YouTube?
That's already in your search engine.
Yeah, it's saying Vin Diesel accepting award for Paul Walker. Vin Diesel crying for Paul Walker. Vin Diesel's song. We'll come back to that. Brazilian.
Yo, bro, I gotta take a call. I've got an incoming call right now. Peace to you and all that stuff. Nice chatting. Check the ring. Know what it is. Peace.
Hell yeah, bud. See ya. But yeah, it was brought up. Hold on, yeah, he's out of here. But there was him being creeps towards Brazilian reporter. If you watch the most recent episode of Falls Count Anywhere with Youngblood and Manny, that's Youngblood, that's Manny. You would have seen the interaction because we did play the video on there, I believe. I'm pretty sure we watched that on there. But you can search that. Hold on, I'll play it in a bit. I got some pound in here in the Instagram. Casey was saying no, you cannot do that. When I'm venturing into pornography, when I'm about to jerk off. Well, you know what? Karen says moms of 5 are not hot, but moms of 6 are super hot. Okay, interesting. Is it cheating if you're auditioning for a part, asking for a friend? Sup, bro? Oh yeah, that's from earlier. Karen gets it. Casting director equals doing multiple auditions off camera. I made Pat blush. Well, I can't help it. If Pat is going to start doing porn. Oh, yeah, that's that. Okay, so we got some more here. The compliments are wanted if a guy is hot. They are if they are creepy if he isn't. Okay, I guess that makes sense. But it's also like if you watch, I'll just play it here. Hold on, we played it on Falls Count Anywhere. Hold on 1 second. 1 second. Boop. Go on now. There we go. And I'll bring this here. There we go. It's probably going to be an ad.
So you like Brazilian funk?
Yeah, I do like Brazilian funk.
It's your third time here in Brazil, right?
It's my third time here.
Where have you been here?
Rio.
My
first time in Sao Paulo.
Right. So
How you like it?
This was his tour for his press tour for Triple X. No pun intended. He's being a little Triple X, if you ask me.
I love it.
Great. We love having you here.
I love being here.
So I found out that your real name is Mark.
What? The guys, say something. Someone say something. No, never heard of it. Sitting here.
What happened there?
Marco Vincenzo. Pero tú sabes.
His name is Marco Vincenzo. Marco Vincent?
What was your first acting job?
My first acting job,
Wouldn't that be interesting? He just spoke a little bit of Italian. Now, I will say this. Yeah, that's cool. My name. I can kind of see him kind of going like, yeah, my name's Mark. Like I don't know why it would be more acceptable if he was being just like a straight up dickhead than if he was just like instead of being a weirdo. But
7 years old, and I had a gang in the streets of New York of 6-year-olds, 7-year-olds, and 8-year-olds. And I went into this theater and
this is weird. This is the full interview. I thought this was the but hold on a second.
Vandalizing this theater. And the woman that ran the theater.
He's definitely fucked up, right? I think that's what we're realizing. Maybe he's messed up.
And Crystal came out. And she said, if you want to play here, you come here every day at 4 p.m. I'll give you $20 a week.
She paid you.
Learn your lines.
It's pretty interesting, actually. This is a pretty good interview so far.
I did this play called The Dinosaur.
I think I was misled by this interview.
And that's what I did.
You were a bouncer in New York while you were studying acting?
I was a bouncer for 10 years in New York.
10 years?
10 years, yeah.
And did you have lots of
I think he's fucked up.
fights in
So
the
many
clubs? It's so dangerous, right?
It's very dangerous in New York City. A lot of my friends were
100%
killed.
Yeah, definitely.
A lot of my friends died.
I was misled about this interview. Manny showed me the part where he was talking about he was being creepy, but I didn't know he was actually talking about real things also.
While we were working.
I'm not saying that's okay. I'm not saying that the way he ends the interview is okay. I'm just saying that I thought the whole interview was him just being a weird creep. He's definitely being kind of weird, but not so creepy.
It was very dangerous, but I was able to incorporate that into my acting and into.
He does say that she is so fucking sexy, but
my
that's a super inappropriate one.
Life experience, so that when I did movies, I could have I added something to the characters because of that experience.
Your first movie that you did, you wrote, produced, directed, acted, anything else? A multifacial?
Yeah, I was
It's a short.
also the chef. So I made pasta every day for everybody. I was called Multifacial. That went to Cannes and
Yeah, this is a good interview. I mean, again, not the dismount, obviously not great, but hold on, let me see if I can. This is 2 minutes in, so actually,
1995.
I don't know
Almost 3
that
minutes in.
people know that about you.
I
I
didn't know
don't
that.
think a lot of people know that. I don't think a lot of people know that my career started because I'd been acting since I was a kid. And by the time I was 27,
You know what movie Vin Diesel's actually pretty good in, and I think everybody always forgets that he's in. Maybe not. Saving Private Ryan.
I acted for 20 years.
He's in it.
And I didn't get any
Now
roles.
you're gonna watch the movie.
I wasn't breaking into the industry, and so I decided to become a director. And I directed a film called Multifacial, and then I directed
which he starred in. Apparently, it just showed him
the film called Strays that went to
Pasta,
Sundance.
too.
But when I directed Multifacial, Steven Spielberg saw the short film, and because he saw the short film, he had the writers.
His voice is fucking deep as fuck. Yeah, he's just kind of giving a nice interview, it seems like. But at the end, it definitely seems like
Write a character for me and Saving Private Ryan. Oh, I like Sparrow.
With Black Widow.
Oh God, why me?
I put Vin Diesel on Google and that came
That's
up.
so funny. I like.
I will say that this was definitely this was a thing that it was the clips of him being a weirdo that Manny pointed me to. And I'll have to update Manny on the fact that this is actually a pretty compelling interview with Mr. One Vincent. What was his name again? Roberto Vincento, or what was his name? Marco Vincento. Did anybody else know any of those Vin Diesel facts? Pound off in the comments. Sorry, I didn't mean to yell. It's weird. Oh no, I was gonna say I thought it was a little late for a piss break. But it absolutely isn't. Ron, you're just in time for a piss break. On the job site, just pooping in. Oh, wait, popping in to say hi. I thought for sure. I read that and then double read it. Oh, I double checked that son of a bitch. And I was like, oh, he's popping in to say hi, or is he pooping? And he wanted to say hi. Because that's usually what John does. John's usually the one that's pooping and a pounding, at least early on in the day. Maybe after the first cup of coffee. All right. Well, it's piss break time, so I'm going to have to change the screen a bit. Nope, this way. There we go. We're going to be right back. I guess I'll play the song on the job site pooping. Yes, hell yeah. Pooping and a pounding. All right, so I'm going to play a song. Talked about you. Yeah. I want, just in case Nick's listening, I want him to yawn. So I'm going to play this song. It's called Yawn Care. Thank you.
Nick does though. Nick,
Nick goes, Nick, yawn. My brother Nick, every time you say the word yawn, he yawns. Like, honestly, if he hears the word yawn,
now I really want to yawn.
Say it.
Yawn,
Yeah.
Nick. Yeah.
Yawn.
He just did it.
He listens to
Doesn't that
the
make you
podcast,
kind of feel
so-
godlike a little bit?
Man, I'm getting tired, Nick. A yawn coming on.
Yawn,
Yeah,
Nick.
he just did it.
Yawn.
Did it.
Yawn,
Yeah.
Nick.
Nick, yawn. My brother Nick, every time you say the word yawn, he yawns. He just,
Yawn,
Yeah.
Nick.
he just did it. Oh, you got a yawn right now, dude.
Yawn.
He just did it.
He listens and he listens
Doesn't
to
that
the
make you kind of
podcast.
feel godlike a little bit?
Yawn. 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 Yawn.
Oh, you got a yawn right now, dude. I'm back now. I'll let the song continue. Oh, you got a yawn right now, dude. Oh, I'm back. Barely out of breath. Ron says on the job site pooping. Hell yeah. He also says this big. By the way, this is premium, Ron. I want everybody to know this is big preem. saying mods are gonna get nuts, boys. Tell all of Pat's secrets. Is if Pat cared, he would keep a pee bottle at his desk. Honestly, if you cared, Karen, you would go to my Amazon wish list and buy the one that I have there. Link should be in the comments after I post this. Don't mean to yell, but to be honest, I am a little bit out of breath. Kevin says he would, Kath. Well, I mean, I don't think that would be. Why would I do that? That's a little too much, I think. Seriously, Kevin. No, come on, Karen. I don't want to do that. Catheter pay. Damn it. What? No, I don't. Catheter Pat. That's what he meant to say, I think. Big Preem pounding off hard with a little bit of a misspell, but I think Pat's reading and comprehension is paying off. He meant to say catheter Pat. Karen says, Pat, did you even wash your hands? No, hell no. Honestly, can I? All right. We were just doing piss Pat. All right. Catheter Pat will never exist. Hopefully, for fuck's sake. But now it's genuine Pat. Genuine Pat's here. And let me fix this, Dan, right quick. I'm going to tell you right now, since I got that vaccine, the second one, I very rarely wash my hands now. I do still sanitize. Very rarely do I wash my hands. The normal amount. Like I've gone back to like when they get messy, yeah, but also I'm in my own house. Also, hold on a second. Let me just fix this real quick. Oh, not yet. Ooh, a little foreshadowing. No, I'm in my house. I'm not interacting with any other people. If now before I go out, you brush your teeth, you wash your hands. I usually, I in the past would run a comb through my hair, but since I've started embracing my natural curl, Karen, oh boy, I almost called you Carol. I had a mini stroke just now. Carol, Karen. I don't brush my hair necessarily, but I wash my hands, brush my teeth, put deodorant on too. Jesus Christ. Because if I don't, boy, oh boy, Stinky Pat shows up real quick. So that mic is covered in Pat's piss germs? No, why would it be this? Yeah, but this is my mic. This is the only I use this mic. Also, Karen, just so you know, if you ever fucking visited the Dobby Waberson Memorial Caddick for a recording, you would see that I have plenty of sanitizer. I've got my rubbing alcohol that I wipe the things down with, and these covers get thrown away. God damn it. Every time somebody else uses it. So if somebody else was to use this mic, I sanitize the windscreen. I take this cover off. I rub it down with that alcohol. I give it a good neuro massage, and then it's all sanitized. This is a clean environment here. But yeah, if it's just me and I'm the only one here, I'm not touching any of these other mics. I'll piss on everything goddamn up here. God damn it. Big Preem saying Pat's piss germs would be a good punk band. It's a little hard to say though. Piss germs might be good. Piss germs is a good name. And then I could be Pat Piss. And then there's like John Piss, Ron Piss. Or we could be because the germs always exist. That's already a punk band. We have to be the Piss Germs. It's like dumb Starbucks. Piss germs, piss kills germs. Duh. Yeah, I think that's true. A lot of times too, like when I it's how I also gauge my piss on how hydrated I am, and I actually surprisingly, I think that was a caffeine piss because I'm not that hydrated right now, guys. Surprisingly enough, that somehow my body really fucking missed the mark here, because that liquid should have been put back in my body somehow to hydrate it. So obviously I'm dehydrated. Should have taken that piss and used it. Karen says I feel better now. Good. That's good. I'm good. I'm very glad for you, Karen. John Montag says, or is that jellyfish burns? Either way. What? What jellyfish burns? Oh, no. I think it's germs. I think piss makes jellyfish burns feel good. Like, it doesn't make them feel better. It makes them feel good. That's another lane that I don't judge, but I don't understand of porn, piss porn. It's weird. But that's just in my personal, hey, I'm not here to judge. Where did I put my phone? I got it. No, don't undo the typing. So, I guess before, hold on. John says John and Ron piss. Hell yeah. Like, that's like, we're, instead of the Ramones, we're the piss. We're the piss germs. It was so yeah. Dom was watching. So earlier we were having a little trouble with the stream, and I'm not here to say that it was Dom's fault, but she was streaming a show that is, I have had only heard about from her until just a recent podcast I listened to. I can't remember which one it was, but they were talking about it. Like, oh, have you seen? What the fuck was it called? Karen, I bet you like this show actually too. It's the mayor, not mayor, mayor, Mare of Easttown, but I think it's, it's not Easton, sorry. But it's hold on, Wikipedia. I'm going to the wiki. Karen, shout out to Karen. But it's an American crime drama miniseries created by Brad Inglesberg that premiered on HBO in April. It stars Kate Winslet as a detective investigating a murder in a small town near Philadelphia. The ensemble cast: Gene Smart, Guy Pearce, blah. Okay, so this is it's what I just said. It is a detective investigating a murder in a small town near blah blah blah. It's nothing else. There's no different, like, there's it's all, I don't understand, and I think there's an issue with, because this is a show, a lot of times Dom will just watch shit that she knows I won't give a shit about, but she'll check with me every once in a while. She'll just make sure, like, oh, do you want to watch this, before she starts watching something. This one, I think she knew that I wasn't going to give a shit about it, but like, I still caught like an episode or two, and it's just another show about a lady who's really stressed out. She's a single mom who's trying to do her best to solve the crime of a missing girl in the town, and the mom's mad. It's like that same fucking thing over and over again. I feel like they just did that with what's her face? God damn it. The other white lady, not Sandra Bullock, big head, Reese Witherspoon, big forehead. That's what I was thinking of. Not shaming, just identifying. But didn't they just do that with, like, it was like Nicole Kidman and her on HBO even? Like, it's just like this fucking, and I guess my problem is the fact that everything I've heard about it, much like the fucking WandaVision and like all these other things, I'm getting overhyped, man. People are overhyping these shows. I'm not saying that she did that, by the way. I'm just saying that the show she's watching is bad. That's all. I've watched it. It was actually supposed to be in an episode of, hold on. I was actually, what's this now, John? Holy shit. Hold on. It's why, piss play is a thing that, okay, I'm not going to go down that one. Sorry, we had some more pounding here. Okay, so Karen has not watched it and never heard of it, but I'm intrigued now. Yeah, you honestly, and it's just that. Like, if you like Blue Bloods or anything else, here we go. We got John here. John's pounding off here. He's joining in. Hopefully, it's okay. Show episode 3 was very, very slow. And honestly, maybe that was the one I watched. Hey, buddy.
Hey.
Okay, so I am very glad that you in particular have joined this show, because you know exactly what I'm going to go to, don't you?
Yeah, well, I thought we were going to talk the mayor of Easttown.
Yeah, guess what? Where are their accents, bro? Isn't Kate Winslet
so
like the
no,
best
that's hilarious.
The only time she ever gets it is when she goes, okay, I'm going to go home. And it's like, you can't just fucking cheat it.
So I think that's like half the reason that I watch it. It's like when It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia came out. Like the main reason I tuned in at first was because I was like, oh, I know Philadelphia. Like
Yeah.
it'd be like if there was like a Tom from Tampa, you'd be like, oh, I wonder if it's gonna go down anywhere I know.
Yeah,
But
I would, and I would start doing, and I would be that dickhead that's like, that's actually not a real street. It doesn't really exist. Or I've been
so
there.
yeah, Easttown's not even a real town.
Right. That's why I said Easton, because I'm like, another thing about up here in PA is people all say their your words wrong. They say Lancaster. You say like progress.
They're
Progress
stupid
road.
people, Pat.
They say progress or progress.
Why do you think I moved back to New Jersey, where the smartest people are?
Did I ever tell you? I forgot about this. I think I talked about it on Ian's podcast about the first time I had done comedy, or one of the first jokes I wrote. And it was something about, I was like, this really long-winded joke about Florida, but basically one of the punchlines was New Jersey, where or Florida, where New Jersey goes to feel better about itself. I felt like that.
I like it.
Instead of the Sunshine State, we should have more fitting sayings like where New Jersey goes, where New Jersey goes.
That's
to feel
fitting.
Better. Yeah. But
so wait, so back to Mayor of Easttown. It's hilarious. This is me stealing it off another podcast, but John Nunn, who is a former Philly comedian turned, I think he's a prop guy now in the industry. Actually, Tyler's on here. You might know John Nunn. He was on Dad Meat talking about, he worked on the show, and the way they got, this is the best like acting lesson thing I've ever heard. The way she learned the Philadelphia Delco accent, they secretly recorded people at Wawa in the parking lot and then played it back for her, and she just like kept repeating it until she got it. So like when you listen to it, you're like, for her being British, she does pretty good. But if you know the accent, it's like very like, yeah, we're going him. I'm gonna call him on the phone. I'm gonna rip this jewel, and I'm gonna go talk to my friends.
Right? Yeah, like dude, it's so distinct that her and her fucking whack ass mom, who is also an excellent actress. By the way, I want to shout this out, and I don't mean this to sound like a creep, but Kate Winslet, I had just recently defined her to a friend of mine as being, I can't remember who it was. It might have been Ian actually, because he's a real creep. But it was I said, I feel like Kate Winslet is the exact way I picture a MILF. Like a realistic, real life MILF.
Like an actual one.
Like she's like a really pretty mom who's incredibly talented, who's very confident, who is incredibly accomplished. But like she fucking missed the mark. She missed it big time. I like her and her mom. I was like, are they in like New Hampshire? Where are they?
Yeah, it's kind of like they really lay it on thick. The guy who does it the best is the other detective that like has to help her out.
Yeah. None is
I don't know, I forget his name. He's the guy from American Horror Story. He does the Philly accent really well because he does it like really subtle.
Kid, the young guy, her partner, I liked him, by the way.
Yeah,
like and
he's really
like,
good.
He nailed it. But when she's like, it's like specifically like they wrote scenes to remind you that they're like when she came home that one night, she's like, oh yeah, I got you a hoagie in the fridge, and it's like, all right, yeah, I forgot you're in fucking PA, stupid. Because you
it's so annoying. Like they have to check off all of the Philly things. It's like we always joke about it. If there's ever a nationally televised sporting event, so say the Flyers are playing the Panthers and it's on national TV, they're going to show the Liberty Bell. They're going to show Rocky statue. They're going to show a guy making a cheesesteak, and they're going to make some terrible pun on it. Like they can't not do it. But it's like that for anything. Like if they're showing, San Francisco, they're going to show Fisherman's Wharf. Like,
yeah. And I get that. Like show the fucking link, like have the same intro as the fucking Always Sunny guy. I don't care about like you doing that shit, but don't like because she really nails hoagie and home. So we're gonna get her, we're gonna make sure she at one scene she's at least eating a hoagie.
She's gonna be eating a hogie. She is. Did you see that scene?
Yeah, and she's like, pretty good.
She's in a hoagie and someone throws a brick through a window and she doesn't even put the hoagie down.
Which by the way, that she portrayed, she was a hard-nosed but like the fact that like calling him mayor and lore and all that stuff, I was like, isn't that like a New England thing?
No, that I will say that my mom's name is Mary, and she's mayor to everyone, and she's South Jersey, Philly, born in Philly. So that, I mean, they nailed, like her accent does together, but they nailed like making like Easttown, they nailed that outside of
Yeah.
Philadelphia
Yeah.
little town perfectly. Like that's like Chester County to a T.
I forgot
They did
about
it really
this.
well.
I forgot about this. This fucking the one guy is a repeat offender now. He was in you know who I'm talking about. The guy from The Office.
Roy.
Roy.
I don't know his real name.
Yeah, but no, Roy from The Office. That's the only way I know him too. But he was in this, and then guess what? Strike two. You're in the second fucking Pennsylvania production of something.
Yeah.
And you're just going like, "Hi, I'm from Pennsylvania. Hello, my name is Roy, and I'm from Pennsylvania." You can't do that, Mayor. Like, man,
Yeah.
come on, throw some stink on it, dude. Like something.
Yeah, he's not going to be that polite, even if he's a high school English or math teacher, whatever he is in the show.
You're gonna have
But-
when you're fighting with your ex-wife or your fucking baby mom or who the fuck. I don't. Again, bits and pieces I've caught of this, and I have so many opinions on it. One episode, and then like bits and pieces. Other than that, I'm just
That's all
like,
you need.
this show's fucking garbage.
So I've been enjoying it, but the most recent episode got so
Woodard?
slow that like usually we can finish an episode,
Yeah,
but oh yeah, and by the way, Karen, it's Wooder, not Water.
yeah, it's WUDDER.
Woodard.
That's one of my favorite. I go, I quote Alan, quoting Alan Massenberg of the other half of Proper Bonks. We saw Kirk earlier, but a filtered Wooder was gonna be. I was like, you should definitely do that as a catchphrase and as like.
Oh, dude, there's I actually was thinking about getting this for you because the Phillies play down in Clearwater.
Oh.
Bryce Harper had shirts made this year that just say Clearwater with the Liberty Bell on it, and it's
Dude.
nice and simple. You know what, Pat? Forget I told you. Guess who's getting a little Phillies gift?
I went to plug my ears and then I was like, I'm wearing headphones. I should take them off.
Oh wait, I'm hearing you better now.
Reverse earmuffs. And by the way, Karen, I will say she did pound off. I was not ignoring this. She said, sure, use Kate Winslet as a ideal MILF when you know a real MILF. Karen, you're a MILF too. But honestly, it feels weird.
I heard you were their next choice. They were like, if we
Yeah.
don't get Winslet, we're getting Kunick.
We need that MILF energy out here, and we need somebody that can really whiff on a fucking accent.
So
Tyler says,
but-
sorry, Pat has the most PA attitude towards the show. Didn't watch it, but it has strong negative. Dude, that's what I'm saying. Is like I'm born, but minutes from where you fucking live, right? Like I am this trash, man. This is I was born in Jersey and then brewed and built up in
You're
Florida.
like Bane of white trash.
Yeah, you were.
I was born in Voorhees.
I was born in Voorhees, but I grew up in the darkness.
You were merely adjusted to the humidity. I was molded in it.
This is the segment known as Dueling Terrible Banes.
Oh no, you need a coffee mug. That's the key to do a good Bane.
Hello.
I got to take all my pens out of my Phillies.
What if I just
Look,
pour
could I be
coffee
more
all
on
over my
brand?
microphone?
I was born in the dark, Patrick.
Oh, I
See,
can't do that. Mine still has coffee in it.
perfect. Well, chug it. Everyone start chanting. Type in chug, so Pat will chug the coffee.
Just with the delay, I'll just be
So-
waiting here like this.
But I was glad you brought this up. So there's a casting agency in Philly that they cast like a bunch of comics, and I actually know the guy outside of comedy from it. So I put in on there, just like you put in a headshot and then they maybe will cast you as an extra. I actually got cast to be a groomsman when they were filming Mayor of Easttown.
Oh.
And then Corona shut that down
Dude, you could have been
like
a
last
fucking
August.
vocal coach. You could have gone up there
I
and
could
gone
have
like,
been
Roy, Wooder.
Yeah.
Wooder.
Hey, you gotta say I do.
I do.
I do,
You gotta
dude.
put your tongue on your teeth and then say do.
I was supposed to be a
Dude.
groomsman though, but then they shut it down. And then you had to like, I think when they opened it back up, you had to submit to being like in a bubble for 2 weeks. So I would have had to leave a newborn to go be an extra on HBO. I thought about it. I tried to figure it out. Now my wife's watching right now. But you just can't swing that. It's like you got responsibilities. But yeah, so I could have been in your least favorite television show.
It's not my least favorite. It's not. It's just because I was it's like Law and Order. It's like one of those. It's like kind of soothing. I get why she watches it, but like I don't like it.
Yeah,
I don't like it at
there's
all.
a couple. There's been 2 Philly area comics that have been extras. Chris Dolan is one guy. He was in the background of like the precinct scene, and somebody else I forget.
we got some pound in here. Ian says he could listen to our Banes all day. That's very sweet of him. And also
All
Tyler
right,
says,
let's keep doing it then, hon.
yeah.
Let me take my pens out of my mug again.
Well, this might help it. This might help the
Thank
case.
you, Ian.
John is too hot to be on this show. Have you seen it?
And that's what I told them.
Yeah.
I told them that, and they were like, "All right."
But they're like, "We like your moxie, kid. Get on."
Well, it's so funny. Like they did a good job, I will say, of like making Kate Winslet look more homely. But then in the one episode where she actually gets done up, she instantly goes back to like,
Yeah.
"Oh yeah, she's just gorgeous."
I thought
Kate
the same
Winslet.
thing.
Like,
I thought the same thing. I think that was the episode that I saw, and then she was just like, "Fuck it," and then she comes out gorgeous, and I'm like, "Fuck
yeah."
off. Shut the fuck up." Like by the way, mate, you might as well make me beautiful because I am. Like, that's what she says when she's off and she's in the trailer, and she's like, "Oh,
Yeah.
I'm gonna get a hoagie," and then, "Oops, I messed up again." You know, like just say fucking like. Would you just? I swear to God, I thought I think 70% of the reason I watched that episode and I just sat there was because I was like, where is this taking place? Because I'm like, if this is in another fucking New England beach town, because that's where all these fucking shows happen.
Yeah.
It's like they're like
dreary.
a
It's
bunch
always
of-
like a gray filter.
a bunch of milfs kill some fucking dickhead, like it's like Lifetime movies that they turn into series.
You
And I'm
just
like,
named
what are
a
you
movie.
doing?
What's that movie where
It's literally all of them, John.
it's
John,
the
it's
movies?
every one
Yeah,
of
you're
them.
right.
It's a Lifetime.
I think
movie.
even the Avengers. I think that was the plot to the Avengers, most recent movie.
And then, yeah, at some point Thanos is gonna show up and he's gonna be like, "Good, all your hoagies are mine." I don't know why he sounded
Yeah.
like that, but I can't do the distorted voice. I sound nothing like Josh Brolin.
But they did do a good job, I will say. Like for some reason, that area of Pennsylvania doesn't have sidewalks like at all, and they did a good job of nailing that. Like the neighborhood, there's no sidewalks.
Yeah.
And that always bothered me
Yeah.
in that area. Actually, a lot of Pennsylvania has that.
I don't understand that. I noticed that when I got here too, mainly because we moved up here with one car. But and again,
And I'm usually driving on sidewalks.
yeah, I'm usually driving trying to hit people off the sidewalk. So when I didn't see that, I was like, what am I supposed to do? But it's the fact that like that, and also there's not a lot of, because they're not trying, it doesn't seem like they're trying to encourage bike riding a lot and or walking, at least in most of the parts of central Pennsylvania event.
Yeah.
You know, like if you go into town, sometimes they have it, but also a striking number of Confederate flags in Pennsylvania. I got to tell you, man, I have seen so many.
It's really
Southern
close to the
flags.
Mason-Dixon line, I think. I don't know.
No, I my favorite thing was
They're reenactors, Pat.
my favorite thing. Yeah, it's about history, not hate. There was my favorite thing was when I was driving down. I think the first vacation we took from when we were living up here. It was like the first vacation we were coming back down to Florida, and we were driving down and we stopped in North Carolina, or it might have been when I was doing a show with Zach. I can't remember, but they said something about North Carolina being the South, and I was like, no. I said,
You're the northest part of the South.
yeah, this is North Carolina. It's literally it's in the name. You can't be South. You can't be the South. Like if you want to say like, oh, it starts getting southern here. Okay, I get you. But
You won't even like refer to like towns as like northern Florida. No, that's upper Florida.
that's up Florida. Okay,
That's
southern Florida, upper Florida, and then there's
Upstate Florida.
and then if you go to Downer, Florida, that's Downer. You go Downer to like where like Port Charlotte is and stuff. That's where like
That's like
rich people live.
Cuba.
Rich people live there. And there's no sidewalks, by the way. Maybe are people in Pennsylvania rich? 'Cause
I guess. I mean, I think everywhere there's rich people.
I think they just don't want poor people in their neighborhoods, and they're like they didn't
That's
think it
it.
through, and they're like, we can't have people walking around here. Everybody either has a golf cart or they drive a car.
I will say that the one thing a good poor loves is a sidewalk.
Get out of here! Stop.
Nothing they
sleeping
love
there.
better than a nice sidewalk.
Stop sleeping there.
Yeah.
Ian says the people here don't use sidewalks anyway. Well, yeah, that's true. West Virginia
Yeah.
is in the east. What? Oh, yeah, that's true. I get that.
I mean, I think you just go off of who fought where in the Civil War. Isn't that the dividing line?
So
right?
where did North Carolina?
I think they fought in the South. I think it's everything below
Man, they're so
DC in my
stupid.
mind. I don't know.
Why aren't they all just South Carolina then? What's wrong with
Yeah, because Virginia's the South,
Ugh.
isn't it?
John?
Sorry, South Virginia.
West Virginia is South, actually.
North Virginia.
My fancy
don't know.
neighborhood has no sidewalks. Okay, so it is a rich person thing. It must be something about.
It's a Pennsylvania thing because I can go. There's a million. Actually, no. Now I think about it, there's a really nice neighborhood here that I run down. There's no sidewalks, and I run right down the middle of the street. I'm like, well,
Nice.
then you're gonna swerve around me, rich people.
I think there. So do you know? Okay, let me do a quick. Where did you learn to drive?
Jersey,
Well, okay, all right, real quick.
and we're better than Pennsylvania drivers. They
Well,
suck.
well, let's
They're
find out.
all trash.
I'm just gonna ask you just a couple, and these aren't even driving rules necessarily.
Quiz away.
All right.
Oh, I'm
So,
not a good driver, but I'm better than most Pennsylvania drivers.
when walking on the shoulder of the road, which way are you supposed to be walking? Where you are against traffic or with traffic?
So I always battle with this because
I know the
as
right
an
answer.
elite, always as an elite runner, as I am, I've heard an argument for both.
Okay.
So I've heard an argument for I try to go against traffic so I can see everything coming my way.
Ding ding
So
ding.
I am alert, but some areas I will go with traffic, but I'm constantly looking over my shoulder,
Right.
and that's when I might run into a tree or something.
That's why exactly. So, which way are you supposed to go if you're on a bike?
Against traffic, I'd have to assume. Oh, no, with traffic, because you're a vehicle. You're a vehicle.
Exactly. There
You're
you go.
technically a vehicle because you're supposed to signal if you're
Nailed
a
it.
loser.
Man, you almost fucking nailed that one. You almost really fucked up, buddy.
You dumb
I love to see people that like really adhere to like rules of the road on a bike. Like they stay in the lane at an intersection, like, and they don't just cut through the. I don't know. I hate cyclists. You know what, Pat? If there's one person in this world I hate, it's Pennsylvania cyclists.
At a four-way stop, who has the right of way?
It's always to the right, right?
It's the first,
Whoever. Wait, what do you mean?
it's the first person who stops.
Oh, yeah.
Man, oh man. See,
But what if you're texting and you weren't even looking? Pat?
okay, that's a good point. See, now there was a multiple choice. You didn't let me finish.
Oh, okay.
D, all of the above.
Oh, I'm convinced if I had to retake a GED test or a driver's ed test, I'd fail both.
Karen just got kicked out of because she made a joke about hitting John with her car.
Good.
That's
Reporter, everyone go to Instagram, report Karen for vehicular manslaughter.
awesome. Let's dox Karen.
For
So we already know
hypothetical
we already
vehicular
know-
manslaughter.
we already know she lives in a neighborhood with no sidewalks. Go from there.
Yeah.
John reminding us all that he goes running. You know what poor is like? Not being in shape. Wow. That's true, actually. Yeah.
Oh, that's all I do is I talk about is running now. I make sure, like, I think, a guy in here, Matt Peoples, was just with me last week, and I think 4 times on the ride to Philadelphia, I was like, that's a lot like when you're running. Like,
What do you think I do with jujitsu and comedy and everything? Like, it's just one of those
Yeah.
things. It's like whenever I started reading that book on free will or whatever, and it's basically me going like, so you guys want to talk about philosophy or do you want to talk? And they're just like, no, okay. Oh, you want to talk about the juror that did the thing on the show? Okay, cool. Yeah, we'll do that. That's gonna get us somewhere. let's talk.
Karen
about
said there's no
news.
pores running in her neighborhood. Karen, fun fact, there might be undercover pores running in your neighborhood because I've been told on many occasions, once on Hacks, that I have a rich face. And I run through many rich neighborhoods and I'm by no means rich. So there's undercover pores everywhere, Karen. Watch out.
Ian says, I get fucking angry when someone with the right of way tries to tell me to go for it. I know. It's so, dude, that's another PA thing too. Stopping at green lights. Everybody here stops at green. Like, not only am I saying like doesn't go when the light turns green. I don't mean that. That happens too. But like when we're coming up on a green light, they start slowing down, not turning, just start slowing down at the intersection. And I go, hey, keep going. Hey, come on now. You got to like beep, beep, keep. And then they get pissed off at me and I go, why are you stopping?
Yeah. Oh, Central PA people get really mad at a horn.
At
They
you
take
for
it
their
like,
dumb.
well, no, Central Pennsylvania, I realized they take a horn like as a personal attack. Like
Good.
it's literally just a thing there to alert you. They take it as like, I hate your family and your mother's a whore.
That's what I mean it as. I do that with my intent. I go beep.
Well, I
beep.
yell
try to
that,
do it.
yeah.
I actually beep that out in Morse code. I go, I hate your fucking family, and please God, I hope you die. now.
You just use the horn to censor out all the slurs. You're screaming.
Not all of them. Not all of them. And then Karen says, I can pepper law school shit into any conversation. Yeah, it's one of those things. It's whatever your biggest thing is. It's like, hey, do you guys have to stop your podcast about an hour and a half in to go piss? Or is that just just me?
Everyone's like, dude, we were talking about 401ks.
Right. I cashed mine out about 5 or 6 years ago, so it's gone.
You know what I did with that? I started a podcast. You know, the funny thing about
podcasts is they actually cost a lot more than you think.
That's like my other favorite thing is like if you just stand around, now that like open mics are starting back up again. I love standing around and listening, like watching someone mentally, like they're counting in like in Double Dutch when they're like, oh, this is where I can shoehorn this bit idea.
Yeah, exactly. And that's like, I'm not actually listening. I'm just waiting for my time to talk.
And then when their opportunity missed, and it's like 10 minutes, they're like, you know, it's funny. Like 9 minutes ago, when you said that thing about shoelaces, what I noticed about shoelaces?
That's my favorite thing. That's my favorite thing at an open mic is when they're like, is how many comics back? Because I've done it. That's the only reason I laugh at it is the fact that they're like, somebody came up with like a fucking great fucking joke, but they weren't up next. And like the person that went up next didn't use that joke, and they're like, awesome. It's still there. And I'm I've done the same thing so many times where then I go up like, so fucking Eric was talking earlier, you know, there's like 17 comics earlier. He said something about and it's like it doesn't work. And they always go like, okay, well I guess I guess that's on you.
You couldn't leave without getting that out.
Yeah.
Like I had to get this out. It's gonna kill. This one-time thing that I can only use tonight. Is gonna murder.
I could have only used if I had gone up directly after him, or if I was the host. I always try. That's why I always go like up to the host, or usually just be like, "Hey, I think this would be really funny. You should say this." Even like it's one of those things of like, because it is a funny joke. It's not. You don't want it to go to waste. I understand that feeling, but when you're like 7 comics away from like removed from that line, where you're just like, so they said something earlier about getting kidnapped. I think it would be funny if somebody tried to kidnap me.
Anyway, what's the deal with dish soap?
it's like
I had it recently. We were at an open mic down here, and there's just 2 drunk girls like voicing their opinion very loudly. Oh, wow. And I had like the perfect burn in my head, and I'm like, I'm not up for 14 comics. Like, please stay. And then 3 comics before me, I saw them get their check, and part of me wanted to go, I'm gonna send them around so that they have to finish this next drink so I can get up there and just get this comeback from an hour and a half ago.
That would have been even funnier, by the way, because you would have sent them the drinks. They would have been like, oh, that's cool, whatever.
I guess we got to stay. He's a nice guy, maybe. And I'm like, you bitch.
And then you go up there, and then you're just like, yeah, somebody sent you drinks? Yeah, that was me. Because I wanted you to stay here so I could tell you this, you stupid motherfucker. Like, oh man, that's so
you can
funny.
leave now. I actually closed that tab out.
And then you just like walk over to the drink and you pour the rest out. And you go, you can go now. You just like...
Can you sell them a half a drink? Is that possible?
Is there a way that you can make one drink but split it between 2 cups? Can you do that? That's
2 straws, 1 cup.
2 straws, 1 cup. We've seen it. John, thanks for being here for the close of the show, buddy. I appreciate that.
It was a pleasure.
I'm gonna end it here on Facebook. Thanks to everybody for hanging out. That's an injured finger that's being mended. I should have gotten a stitch. I could probably talk about that on Friday, but I forgot. I actually forgot mentioning that. I almost cut my fucking finger off.
Oh, I'm bleeding out.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm losing a lot of blood. I love you all, and thanks for joining us. We'll be back Friday from 11 to 1. I love you. Bye-bye.